Yo, what's going on, everyone? How you doing this evening? Let's say also happy Elections Eve. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Happy Elections Eve. I'm here. I'm here. I'm on this little virtual background. Kind of throw me off sometimes, and I use this a million and one times. But anyway, I want to get to the point as I do most of the time. I want to just get to this point that's been bothering me for a number of days, weeks, years, you name it. When it comes to Black men taking a stand on our own mindsets, on how we reflect on things, on how we understand things, how we don't just follow any and everyone, and particularly what we call the mainstream super liberal woke media, and how we supposed to think, and how it's a lot of voter suppression that's coming in from the left side, and it's been like that for 50 years. Before I even go any further, I want to let people, please like and subscribe to my channel, of course. Please keep on liking and subscribing to the channel. But before I go any further, I want to say this. In 2016, Trump, the votes that he got, I'm going to let you guys know. In the white vote, he got about 50% of the white vote. He had about 30% of the Asian vote. And don't quote me on this, he had about 40 to 30%, 35 to 40% of the Latino vote, the Hispanic vote, what have you. And he had only 8% of the vote, Black vote. So what that entails is that how the liberals feel like they always going to have the Black vote sold. And if anyone else and anybody come out trying to vote Republican or even Democrat, because I remind you, they want us, this vote, excuse me, this vote suppression, hold on a second, this vote suppression that we are dealing with, and we've been dealing with it for 50, almost 60 years in the Black vote. From my perspective, well, from the people that, have a problem with brothers and sisters such as myself, that, starting to feel like, especially out the generation, my generation in general, starting to feel like people, the Democrats just want our vote just to have our vote. You understand what I mean? They don't care. They don't care what we discovered. They don't care that we're not getting any type of tangibles, no demands met, no nothing like other non-Black people are getting. And we getting suppressed by a lot of super liberal and boule Black people that think we are supposed to think like them. We don't supposed to have a different mindset. And this is why you guys are turning more and more Black men and women with the three-dimensional mindset off to want to go the other way, let alone with demands that we haven't gotten at all, because all the crumbs get trickled down to us, as you can see from our neighborhoods in America. All right, this don't have nothing to do with the Republicans at all. This had to do with a lot of democratical leadership since the 60s. But anyway, I'm going to go through some what we call here. I'm going to go through some videos and actually some articles as well, and we're gonna go from there. This video is gonna seek out people like Maxine Waters. A lot of you guys know her, but some of you guys don't. She's a Democrat. What do you call that? A baby boomer Democrat, 80-something-year-old woman. That's I guess she's in a district in LA. Been in the Senate seat since the late 70s. Never got challenged for anything. Her actual district is horrible. You know about LA and what's been going on there for 30, 40 years, and how people that tell you that go to LA is a way more poor homeless population than any population in America. All right. But you're going to see, you're going to hear from her, and I'm literally going to, go about it from my perspective on what I think about her comments that she making about Black men, and actually Black men only, and making it a gender thing like most super liberal feminist women. All right, especially super liberal feminist Boule Black women. So let me share this and we're gonna go from there. Hold on one second. All right. Let's get here. Boom.
I mean, I don't even know where any blacks would be coming from that would be voting for Trump. It just hurts me so bad to see blacks talking about supporting Trump. I don't know why they would be doing it. I don't know what's on their minds. But if we don't turn out this vote and turn it out huge, this man could end up winning again. And this country would go backwards. The divisiveness that this deplorable human being has caused, the confrontations, the dog whistling to the right wing, the white supremacists, the KKK, and they're coming alive. They're emboldened because they've got a leader who wants them to do it. What did he say to the Proud Boys? Stand back and stand ready. Ready for what? Confrontation. Give me a break, Joe. I thank you. I know you're on it, doing everything that you can.
All right, let me start from the beginning, which he said about how, she don't understand why Black people, such as myself, are Trump supporters. And as many people like her. I don't understand it, but as many people like her. They're very delusional on what they have not done for the Black community. Her specifically in LA, if you go to any cousin or friend or anyone that would tell you about what's going on in her district and what she done for Black people, especially Black men, all right? It's just like Kamala Harris. Horrible for Black people, but these super liberal feminazis want Black people to vote for them. No questions, no nothing, vote. If you don't vote, you're a bootlicker, you're a whole tap, you're everything but God's child. You're everything but God's child. And then she talk about the Proud Boys and everything. And I'm in this recording, y'all gonna hear when the narrator of the first what do you call it? The competition of them getting elected, why he said stand back and stand down or what have you. Because the narrator from their first one doing that told him to say it, but we'll get to that. We're gonna get to that. Well, anyway, she said bringing races, this and that, the third. And again, during this video, I definitely going to show you, because I'm getting tired of having Facebook and Instagram so-called super liberals, fake wokey wokes, try to tell me I'm not giving them information. I've been giving you information for the past 2 years on what this man has been doing for the American people for the past 2 years. And if you don't want to see it, that's your delusional mind frame. I have no time for it, as I say all the time. Let's get back to the video.
And we got to shout it from the rooftops that vote, vote.
We spent most of the morning here because this story came out that,
And this Joe guy that's talking, he's another, what I call him, I forgot what they call the older generation that was born before the 40s, that was born during the 40s and, baby boomers. He's another baby boomer. That one black, I don't get it. Overall, not you don't have to go overall. What have Democrats done for black people to get 95% of our votes year after year? This lady been in office and she make black Americans in general the last to get any tangibles, if not any at all. So this is what I don't understand with these people. Let's go on.
As Florida goes, it might make it a short night, but black men could very well carry Florida and particularly other states, but in particular Florida. But these young black men, for the most part, they're somehow it's being communicated to them that they either
he said that I'm gonna let you
need to support Trump or they need not vote. And I just need you, one who you have.
I keep on mentioning this is voter suppression, not from the Republican side, and we've been going through this for decades. If we don't agree to vote for Democrats, we all sorts of names. Ask 98% of black boule celebrities, such as D.L. Hughley, such as who else? Tavis Smiley. Who else? Maxine Waters. It's so many different others. Most of the Breakfast Slide members, Breakfast Club, if you want to call it. Who else? It's so many that keep on calling out black men and women that educated themselves to understand we haven't got any tangibles. We got the ADOS group and we got the FBA. Educated themselves to say that we never got any tangibles from you Democrats and you get 95% of our vote or more. This is incredible. And their delusion is that black folks don't supposed to ask any questions and just go for dumb each and every year. Go for dumb. The problem is in a lot of these boule, super liberal, not pro-black, but pro everyone else but black folks. They want black men in general to bow down to the liberal black woman, the ignorant one, the one that throw him out of the house, the one that make bad choices when it comes to men and having the right provided and protected to protect and provide for the household, that we don't have to worry about so-called white supremacists coming in our households. You know what I'm saying? If we have a man, a solid man, not Pookie and Ray Ray, and not these beta males that want you to do for them, just like their mama did. I'm talking about real men that think for themselves. They want black men to kowtow for the super liberal black female. This is a fucking fact. I don't give a damn what you say. I'm gonna let it keep on going.
You know how the system works. You know how this game is played.
And a lot of these, I want to say something else. I know I'll keep on cutting in. I'm so sorry, guys. a lot of these it's a lot of these people fault. These black people, a lot of these democratical, super liberal, globalist mindset, baby boomer ages fault. We in this predicament that we are in today with the so-called Civil Rights Act. It's their fault.
Talk to these young brothers for a minute.
They don't want to hear you.
Well, let me just say
they
this.
know bullshit.
You're absolutely right about many of these young men, these young black men, not really understanding how the systems work and what we have done to improve the systems. If I was not on financial services and Nydia Velasquez was not on financial services, the big restaurants and hotels would have gotten away with getting all of this PPP money. Because we're there, we were able to, number one, spot it and to come up with the supplement that was needed in order to get that.
What services and what this got to do with black men? See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And you heard what she said. I want to relay that what she said. Hold on a second.
For a minute or so.
Hold on.
Well, let me just say this. You're absolutely right about many of these young men, these young black men, not really understanding how the systems work and what we have done to improve the systems. If I was not on financial...
We don't know how the systems work. And I'm going to remind you, she's a part of this establishment as well. They hate Trump to the core. To the core. Because he's actually doing for just Americans and legal immigrants. He don't care about all this chaotic stuff. He's trying his darnest. He's not a part of the establishment, as I said before. All right, and I said that many of occasions, as you go up and look for yourself. This woman do not care about Black American people. She care about the globalists. She don't care about it a minute. The only time she will care about you, you can look at her history as a senator for over 40 years, and just because they voted her in, because she really never had someone to challenge her. It's like a lot of these baby boomers, like in, Black baby boomers, like in Baltimore and, Jersey, some of New York, LA, Detroit, a lot of these people that never really got challenged, and they've been destroying the city since they came into office. They've been destroying the city, especially Black cities. This woman thinks Black men are silly or dumb because we think for ourselves. We don't want to keep on voting for our demise. She's not the only one. I'm telling you, most of my so-called Black family members and so-called Black friends, I should say, they think like that. They really absolutely think like this woman. Delusional. I don't get it. I don't know where they're getting their facts from, but social media, Google, or whatever, Wikipedia, whatever you want to search, you got the library on your goddamn phone. You got the library on your phone. I don't get it.
Services, and Nydia Velasquez was not on financial services. The big restaurants and hotels would have gotten away with getting all of this PPP money. Because we're there, we were able to, number one, spot it and to come up with the supplement that was needed in order to get that money out into our community, to many of our small banks. And we still need to do more with that. If we were not there, we would not be able to even talk about rental assistance and assistance to homeowners who have these exotic loans and predatory loans that they should have had in the first place, and ways by we are getting forbearance for them so that they won't lose their homes and they will be able to get loan modifications after years forbearance. They don't understand any of this, and they don't want to understand it. They think somehow.
We don't understand getting loans and this and that. Getting loans from whom? Whom? Because I know in LA from friends of mine, I'm saying specifically of her, because we're going to go to Jersey. We're going to go to New York. We're going to go to Connecticut. But specifically where she's at, Black home ownership is fucking horrible in LA. It's horrible. What are you doing? Do you mean for other Black Americans? Do you mean you helping them? Because that's what a lot of you globalist people are doing. You fake pro-Blacks are doing. That's what a lot. You mean that? Because that's what's going on. That's what's actually going on. You're getting credit for whom? Like who are you helping? Rental assistance. That is not because of you. That is not because of what you are doing. Because if you think you're doing that, why in the hell LA is the largest homeless area in the world, in the country? I don't know about the world, maybe the world, but I know for a fact in the country, even worse than New York City, when the homeless are at over there, even worse. And I forgot to mention, this woman don't even live in her district. The last time this woman, and I wouldn't want to live in that district at all either, the way she did it for the last 40, 50 years. Before she was in that district in the 70s, the research that I put in the 70s, LA was way better, much better, and for Black people. But when this civil rights thing came into play, a lot of these Black elected officials, they understood that with all the trick bag words, that they was going to need to be down with those trick bag words, such as people of color, such as immigration, such as all this stuff other than Black Americans. This woman and many other, and so many other super liberal Black Americans and boules that was elected officials never did nothing for Black people. And they knew they wasn't doing nothing for Black people. Not all of them, but so many of them. Let's get back to the bullshit.
Now, if they are going to support Trump, that they're going to realize some big sums of money that's going to come to them through some damn proposals that they're going to present, and they're going to be taken care of, and they're going to be able to manage all of this money. They are crazy. They're not going to get a dime from these people. They don't even know how to put together the right kind.
So she mean they're not going to get it. We're not going to get it down for any of you because we wasn't getting no damn dime from you for over 40 years. So what my brethren that's telling me in LA, we never got it down from your Sammy Davis Jr. looking ass. We never got it down for you. Ever.
Kind of proposals to even be considered in this way that government works and how you have to get through the House and the Senate and all of these committees, even in order to get to the president to sign something. And
I'm telling you, what Black Americans want something, man, it's always those type of excuses. We got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this, we got to do that. The problem is you can't ask for, to be honest with you, criminal justice reform. You got to ask for economic reform. You got to ask for it. Other nationalities, other non-Black Americans ask for it all the time. I want economic. If you want me to support you, economics. I want you to put some real education in here. I want funding for actual housing. And when they say we got to go through this, we got to go through that, to, they talking to Black Americans, because they don't do that to most Americans. They don't do that. And even immigrants here, they don't do that. They're just God honest truth.
He's not going to sign a darn thing to them. He's a racist. He does not have.
He's a racist. She hates this man. Because if she believed that any of you super liberal, fake pro-blacks believe that Joe Biden isn't racist, and people always want you to say, well, Joe Biden is a racist. Trump, you say Trump is a racist. No, I don't believe Trump is a racist at all. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Joe Biden showed it many of occasions that he's an actual racist. All this racist shit come from, especially when Black people said, because what he said about illegal immigrants. He's talking facts, not emotions. See, that's how they want you to think, Black man. They want you to keep on being emotional, thinking just like more than likely that woman on your side, or thinking like your mother. They want you to be the beta male instead of the alpha male. And super liberal women in general do not like alpha male men at all. Do not like them at all.
Any appreciation for Black people and Black women in particular. He's talked about it so bad. He talked about John Lewis so bad. He talked about Cummings so bad. He has no respect for us. He's not doing anything.
What respect did all these people, John Lewis and everything, what respect did they actually have for Black people? By helping signing that Civil Rights Act in the 60s, what did y'all do? And then making all these democratical cities a melting pot of degeneracy. A melting pot of degeneracy.
Anything for us and for those Black young men who think somehow they can align themselves with Trump, not only are they terribly mistaken, any of them showing their face, I will never, ever forgive them for undermining the.
You've been undermining us for 40 some odd years. You and other Boule, Boule baby boomers been up for about two to three generations now. Been undermining us. I don't forgive you for what you did to LA. With what you helped do to LA. You and your democratical handlers.
Possibility to help their own people and their own communities. It is absolutely
like you've been
unconscionable. It is shameful. But if they would spend some time with us, we would help them to know what we're struggling for and how they would be able to help us in the struggle. They don't send anything to, any of the social media about helping us in what we're doing. I mean, I guess it's all right to talk about, how many cars you got. It's all right to talk about women, etc.
See, this is how a lot of these Black super liberal women feel about Black men. We always talk, they always talk about we be down in them. This is how they think. We think we stupid. We talk about cars, this and that, third. Men like me don't talk about all that. She must be talking about what most super liberal Black women have babies with. Pookie and Ray Ray and Pookie and Ray Ray and beta males that like to talk about all that stuff, like to put their business in here, that always talk about what the shoes that they have or what cars that they have. This is how she believe all Black men are. Like they wasn't asking white, super liberal, democratical white mommy and daddy for decades, give me some money and I will take the Black man right out my household. Give me some money and I will destroy Black neighborhoods as a senator of LA.
All of these platforms, but when are you going to join with us to talk about how we save all of our Black banks? When are you going to join with us to talk about we've got to stem the tide of homelessness about making sure that people are not evicted.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this lady and a whole lot of people that think like her, people, yeah, Roland Martin, all these people, D.L. Hughley. I don't get it. Her LA is #1 in homelessness. Who, especially when it comes to black men, the education system all over the country, but we specifically talking about LA because we want to have the big mouth open up about how black men should follow directions from these type of women. And all you black men that will watch this, that believe in following directions of a woman, hey, that's your business. I don't agree with it. Especially, I will never ever follow direction of a woman that have a mindset like this. You can do it. Y'all can do it. Like I said before, you can do whatever you want.
During this pandemic, this COVID-19, they do none of that. They do none of that. They don't pay attention to public policy. They are so into who's dressing, who's with what woman.
She said black men that's supporting Trump, we don't pay attention to public policy. That's the total opposite. This is why we're going here. Voter suppression again. Voter suppression. You know what? I think I'm going to name this video super liberal black people been on this voter suppression thing for a very long time. And it's been but it's not going to be that long. But it's going to be, this title it was supposed to be about black boules and liberals hate black men. I'm going to probably still put that on there. But this is voter suppression, to the T.
Who's got what car? I mean, it is absolutely crazy. But I want you to know that black men who don't understand.
You see that? You hear that cutoff, guys? That's not me. That cutoff is her. And I think to go Joe, because I think she was probably like ripping black men even more. And that's what they do. They like, you can do that. I can do that. They cut off certain things. This is what I mean. The hatred, voter suppression. It's been in black Democrats for many decades till this day. When you hear voter suppression, you got to say who doing it? You guys, because that's what I've been saying all my life. On the left side, see, this is crazy.
As having done the most despicable thing to their families and to their communities and to their mothers and their grandmothers, because this man is about doing away with Social Security as we know it. And their
that's a lie. I'm going to get to that.
Grandmothers who are sitting there waiting on those Social Security checks every month or they couldn't eat, doing away with Medicare as we know it. They will shamefully be accused of having attributed to the lack of a quality life for the people they claim to love so much. I don't know what else I can say, but if they're waiting for all this money to come to them, it ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen. This so-called platinum plan, and
the problem is people like them, and I know many people like them. They don't want it to happen. It's a lot of super liberal boules, super liberal and boule black people don't want Trump to do shit for black people. As you can see, they don't want to even talk to the man that's in power. They didn't want to talk to him for 3 to 4 years. Why? We got so many actual evidence, actual decisions where Obama didn't do shit for black people, but you niggas chucking and jiving to him all day, every day. Whose fault is it that you you two-dimensional thinking, low-level thinkers don't want to go to the man that's in charge to ask for tangibles, because as you can see, he is actually giving the American people what they need as much as he possibly can give it to them. He's not no real Republican, that them real conservatives. As a matter of fact, he's been a Democrat most of his life. You be crazy.
In the one thing that is so crazy, oh, we got a platinum plan. I'm going to put X billions of dollars, and never once does anybody ask, excuse me, where's the money going to come from? That's the first thing you got to ask. Where is it going to come from? It certainly isn't going to come from the wealthy who got the major tax break.
Do they ask those questions when Israel get money, where actual Native Americans get money, where other groups just get money? Do they ask where the money's coming from? And I can't even say it's liberal white people, because being as though super liberal black people sound just like liberal white people. It's black folks. Where they gonna get the money? How they gonna help me? That's that boule. That's that boule stuff. They don't want tangibles because they know they good. They know they good. They know their handlers got them. They know they don't want tangibles. They don't want good things to happen to black people, and that's super liberal black people. And boules, a lot of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, a lot of them. If you real thinking men and women out there, did your research, understand logic, understand rationale, understand real leadership, you see the bullshit that's coming from the far left, black, super liberal black Americans. They don't want nothing to happen for us. You know, they want us to keep on living at the bottom. And it is mainly black boules, because they know their elite white handlers got them. They got their podcast that's doing well for themselves. They got their Senate seat that they had for over 40-something years. They got all that. They got that. All right, we're going to cut through it. It was so much in this, and it's crazy. But I did want you to hear something else real quick from here. Hold on a second, guys.
Is it? No.
Oh, no, that's who he gave, and if he gets the money, he's talking about building a wall. He's talking about doing that he's getting support from them.
Oh, my God.
Then it goes dead. It goes on mute.
Hold on, guys.
Now, I suggest for us to listen to, and we just heard it. Now, just to put things in perspective now, right? In perspective.
Well, hold on. Yeah, here it is.
To getting campaign funds.
You know, I'm not going to even go there, because I particularly forgot exactly what was it when they said about the stand down and stuff. Just let you know, you can go back and check it out yourself when they said stand down, when they literally said stand down. All right. And I want you guys to look up this, what I'm about to read to you. I got this sent to me, being as though I've been sharing this for 2.5 years, but people aren't, they don't want to see it. They, that's how, especially black people, especially emotional mindset black people. But I want y'all, that's my son, if y'all hear him up there yelling. Well, when they about 18, 19 months, they definitely want to be heard. But anyways, here we go. It's going to be a bunch of things that I'm going to read to you guys to look it up. All you got to do is go to whitehouse.gov. And all the things that Trump did so far, as of September of 2018. Almost 4 million jobs created since election. I'm going to read right through it. More Americans are now employed than ever recorded before in our history. This is before, of course, the pandemic. I call it plan, We have created more than 400,000 manufactured jobs since we elected, manufacturing jobs growing at the fastest rate in more than 3 decades. Economic growth last quarter hit 4.2%. New unemployment claims recently hit a 49-year low. Median household income has hit highest level ever recorded. African American unemployment has recently achieved the lowest rate ever recorded. Everybody said it was on Obama that did it, but they can never state the facts. The facts are, even if he did, you're gonna need help getting things done when you're doing things on your last term, like Obama did, to try to lower African Americans' unemployment rates. For a lot of African American men and women that's business owners, I never hear any complaints about Donald Trump. All right, Hispanic American unemployment is at the lowest rate ever recorded. The one when he was saying all these things about Mexicans and all that other stuff, but he was talking about illegal aliens in general. It was just a fact. Asian American unemployment recently achieved the lowest rate ever recorded. Women, where they say he don't like women, unemployment recently reached the lowest rate in 65 years. Youth unemployment has recently hit the lowest rate in nearly half a century, lowest unemployment rate ever recorded for Americans without high school diplomas. Under his administration, veterans unemployment recently reached its lowest rate in nearly 20 years. Almost 3.9 million Americans have been lifted off food stamps since the election. And it's a bigger number now, but it's at almost it's past 3.9 before the pandemic. I'm gonna read that again. Almost 3.9 million Americans have been lifted off food stamps since the election. That's a great thing. The Pledge of America's Workers has resulted in employers committing to train more than 4 million Americans. We are committed to vocational education. 95% of U.S. manufacturers are optimistic about the future, the highest ever. It's so, let me say, after tax cut, over 300 billion poured back in the U.S. in the first quarter alone. As a result of our tax bill, small businesses will have the lowest top margin tax rate in more than 80 years. It's so much. It's a bunch of stuff here. So what I want to put in, you could go on whitehouse.gov. Again, whitehouse.gov. And you can see everything. Stop running to all these people that just are super duper biased, hate Trump. Just hate him. Stop. You're gonna get these ragamuffins, these beta males, these toxic feminists. You're gonna get all that. You need to understand that. You're gonna get that. Okay. Like Maxine Waters. This lady hates him because he's for Americans. She's a globalist. He's a nationalist. It's just that simple, guys. She's a globalist. It's like a lot of people like her that's in office. She's a career politician. That's a globalist. Look at LA. Go to LA. This last thing I want to say, you know what? I'm not going to even bother with that. I'm going to let you guys, you see it on here. I'm going to do another video hopefully tonight, and we're going to go from there with that. You know what I'm saying? We got to, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, as a black man in America, if you feel like certain people are holding you back because what you heard from the far leftists that want you to not be the leader of your household, that's on you. You could do whatever you want, but you must understand a real man is gonna get knowledge within himself, gonna research things within himself, gonna put the Most High first, gonna, you know, because I was brought up in a, like I say, time in and time and time again. I was brought up in a household full of women, you know, but it took time to learn how to be the man that I want to be, and you know, I'm still learning. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna get any disrespect from a woman or man, no matter how much money they're making more than me, no matter who they are or what have you, because I respect people no matter what. So if you disrespected me because you think you higher than me, you know, and you think you're smarter than me because you went to some school that you paid $60,000 a year for, then now you have to get away from me because I'm not the one, you know. And then I would definitely not be dealing with a woman that I call my love if she feel as though I gotta think like her, be like her, vote like her. No, she don't respect you, and you shouldn't respect you if you allow that. You know, I get certain type of men telling me, "Oh well, my lady do it. I'm good with it. That's fine." I ain't talk. Most men, such as myself, don't care about who make the most money and who doesn't. It's about the respect. It's about the order of things. It ain't about anything else but that. Okay, you can make $100,000 a year, and I can make just 20,000. I don't give a shit. It's still a respect factor. And if that woman or if that man don't understand his or her, uh, you know, the order of the household, it's time to be away from them. It's simple. It's always been a simple thing. But anyway, guys, you gonna support who you want to support and do what you want to do. But don't never in your life think somebody's stupid where they don't want to vote for their demise anymore. We've been doing it for 50, 60 years. And watch these super liberal, boule black people around you. Watch them. Peace.